In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can have everything in your life in any given circumstances. And if you have been struggling, if you have been living a life of suffering, a very unfulfilling life in your relationship, in your financial freedom, in your any circumstances, you just suffering right now, in one blink of eyes, how you can actually get your that ideal life you have been always dreamed about. In this video, I'm going to reveal some techniques and explain the principle behind that will let you know why these techniques works and how you can implement that in your life to attract and shift into your ideal version of your life, your dream life. So stay tuned till the end. Welcome, this is Dilruba Chowdhury. I am welcoming into my channel, welcoming you to my channel, and please like, share, and subscribe to know those reality principles and techniques to shift your current reality to the ideal version. So, in quantum physics and in reality transurfing, what this says that we all have so many dimensions of ourselves. There's so many other versions, like there is multiple versions of ourselves all the time, all the given time. So there are some versions, they are achieving all the goals that we have been dreamed about, and there are some versions they are even suffering more than what we are suffering right now. And those version differs from choice to choice. Choice makes those versions. I will repeat that. All the dimensions are based upon choice. If you make a single choice differently, that will create another dimension of yours, and that will create another path of yours. So that version of you who took that choice at that given moment, they will reach to other destination, but the version who doesn't took that choice at that moment, they will end up in other destination. And there is another way, like there's no destination. The choices, if as long as you have the choice, it merges, and if it differs from that. So there is just one principle that there is. I want to make a pictorial version of my explanation, that you have so many versions at any given time, and those versions actually depends on your choices at that given moment, right? Okay, so if you think that one of your version is having all those achievements, all those dreams of yours, and having all those opportunities in their life and enjoying the life like you would always dream about, and that exists in that version and that dimension, you want to jump into that dimension, right? You want to merge into that version of yourself so that you can have all those experiences, all those achievements of yours, right? So what happens? What you can do to jump, have a quantum jump into that version, you need to make the choice of that version. It's that simple. Now you probably can ask me like, okay, how can I know that version made that choice and that opportunity come up in that their given circumstances? You will know just by your intuition, because that version is just another copy of you, another version of you, right? It's just a ditto copy. It's just a clone, kind of like. It's not even a clone. It's closer than clone. So your soul is all connected. you have been having all the same frequencies, and your soul have had those versions of you in any given time, because there's no time, but you will know that version's choice at that moment. How do you know? That's the intuitive knowing, because they are feeling the intuition at that given moment. And if you feel that intuition, that draw to that frequency, to that choice, you will make that choice at any given moment, and you will shift to your ideal versions, dimensions at that moment, and you will merge to that, and you will have the same happy path. You know what I mean? So for knowing that, for jumping into that direction, dimension, you have to do various kind of choice. There is so much choice of yours. You will pick those choice what makes you feel happy. You will pick those choice what makes you drawn to that from your heart, not from your mind, not from your logic, because mind, logic are just programmed by the by our surroundings, by our past experiences, because we grew up in those past experiences, and we take decision. If we take decision based on our mind, those most probably are coming from our past experiences logic. So we don't want that. We want a fresh decision that is not programmed by any circumstances, because our circumstances were in this line, right? In this past line. You don't want to stay in this line. You don't want to stay in this dimension. You want to go to this dimension. So you need to take that choice without influence of this dimension, and then you can shift to this dimension. Yes, at the beginning, it might not be that easy. You keep your choices open. You keep taking the choices that you have never dared to even take. You will keep taking choices that you would, in a given day, you will probably cannot even imagine to take. It's that uncomfortable. But you know what? The uncomfortable part is coming from your own programming, from your past experience on that dimension, because that uncomfortableness is coming from your logical mind, because you never have been in the ideal dimension. To go to the ideal dimension, to have the ideal dimension past experiences, your mind never been programmed in that dimension. That's why it's just so confronting at that moment. So take choices, take different choices. You probably will fail, but do not take that defeat feeling in there, because you know you are taking choices because you want to shift the dimension. You want to be in the ideal dimension, right? That the ideal version of yourself is living, right? So make choices, but I can guarantee you in a few choices, you will know what's the right course for you, and you will know what the opportunities are correct for you, because your intuition is always there. You just need to just sink in there, and it's just a practice, and you will understand, you will know, get better at that. And once you know that, once you take those decisions, you will know you make the right choice to shift your ideal dimension to ideal version. And that's how you will merge into that dimension, and that will lead you to the success of that ideal version. Okay, so to recap this again, to achieve your ideal dimensions lifeline, you have to have different choice of your lifeline, so that you can, the choices makes the dimension different. If you take this choice, maybe it's going to end up there. If you take another choice, it's just an analogy. But if you make some choices that aligns with this dimension, you are going to jump into this dimension and keep there. Stay put there. Once you jump, once you have the success, have the feeling of the success, have the feeling of worthiness, and then keep going there and make the choice. Next one, next one, next success stories, and then just celebrate that. That's how you stay put in your ideal dimension, and you merge your current sufferings, your all pains, your all dreams come true, because you just got into your ideal all dreams dimensions. Before I wrap up, I would like to announce that there's few spot opens for one-on-one consultation with me, and feel free to book a call and let's see if we are good vibrational match to work together. And like, subscribe, and share, because it might be helpful for others. And drop some comments. How will you think about that, jumping into your ideal dimension? Stay blessed. Thank you.